Good morning, I'm Chitrakarr, and these are the headlines of the hour. World Environment Day being celebrated in Nepal today by organizing various programs with the slogan "Our Land, Our Future." Tree plantation and awareness programs being conducted across the nation. Deliberations on the budget to conclude at the Federal Parliament today. Finance Minister Pun to furnish answers to the queries regarding the budget. 3 bills related to the budget also to be presented. Final results of the Lok Sabha elections in India announced. Prime Minister Modi-led National Democratic Alliance wins majority with 295 seats. Opposition India Alliance secures 231. And India and Ireland to face each other tonight in their first match of the T20 World Cup 2024. The match in New York scheduled to kick off at 8:15 p.m. Nepal time. World Environment Day is being celebrated today by organizing various programs. The day is also being observed in Nepal with the slogan "Our Land, Our Future." World Environment Day, led by the United Nations Environment Programme (UNEP), is observed on 5th of June annually since the year 1973. Awareness programs are being held across the country, including the capital, Kathmandu, today on the occasion of the World Environment Day. Marches and plantation programs are being organized at various places. Extending good wishes on the occasion, President Ramchandra Paudel has said that everyone must vow to ensure the materialization of the right to clean environment, which is guaranteed by the Constitution of Nepal. Locals of the Churei region have been staging protest for the past 2 weeks, demanding for its conservation. The government, however, has remained indifferent towards their demands. Although the government has implemented a special program for the region, locals have been compelled to stage protest amid the authorities' indifference towards its own program. Water sources have dried up and natural disasters are occurring more frequently due to the exploitation of the region. The victims from Tarai region arrived Kathmandu after walking 25 days on foot to exert pressure on the government to be serious towards the issue. They have been staging protests for the past 2 weeks, however, their demands have been ignored. They have demanded stopping the illegal mining industries operating at rivers in the Churei region and also prevention of deforestation, among others. They have demanded actions against mining industries that have been polluting and occupying various rivers, including Sirsia that flows through Bara district, declaration of Madesh as drought affected, and measures to control wildfires. A number of protesters have reported health issues. The Churei region that spreads over 36 districts from Ilam in the east to Darilthura in the west covers around 13% of the country's land. During the meeting of the House of Representatives yesterday, lawmakers demanded answers from the government for its reluctance in addressing the demands of the protesters. Officials of the President Churei Tarai Madesh Conservation Development Committee say that the federal government alone cannot address these demands and that all 3 tiers of the government must coordinate in this regard. The Churei region is considered the groundwater storage of Tarai region, while it is equally important in terms of biological diversity. Chitwan and Parsa National Parks lies within this region. Likewise, there are 7 conserved areas and 139 local levels of all 7 provinces within this region. Discussions on the budget for the next fiscal year that have been held at the Parliament for the past 3 days will conclude today. Lawmakers will express their views on the budget in the meeting of the House of Representatives, which was called for 11 a.m. this morning. Minister for Finance Barshaman Pun is scheduled to address the questions raised by lawmakers during the discussions. Minister Pun answered questions at the National Assembly yesterday on the questions raised on the budget. The Parliament Secretariat has said that Minister Pun is also scheduled to present 3 bills related to the budget during the meeting today. According to the Secretariat, the 3 bills are the Budget Appropriation Bill, National Loan Accumulation Bill and Customs Bill. Discussions on various topics of the Appropriation Bill will begin at the Parliament from tomorrow. Chief Minister of Madhya Province Saroj Kumar Yadav is scheduled to take the vote of confidence for the 5th time today. The Chief Minister has geared up to do so as per the constitutional provision that requires him to clear the floor test within 30 days since the split of Janata Samajwadi Party, Nepal. The meeting of the Provincial Assembly has been called for today under the recommendation of the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister Yadav-led government has fallen into minority after various alliance partners withdrew their support. CPN Unified Socialists withdrew their support lent to the province government yesterday, 22 days after CPN-UML and CPN-Mao Centre quit the provincial government. The possibility of the parties other than Janata Samajwadi leading the provincial government has increased for the first time in 7 years. CPN-UML, Janamat, CPN-Mao Centre and CPN Unified Socialists have geared up to jointly form the provincial government if Chief Minister Yadav fails to secure a majority. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked in Koshi, Bagmati and Lumini provinces how they found the programs and policies announced by their respective governments. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
व्यावहारिक रूपमा लागू गरियो भने त्यसपछि त्यो राम्रो हुनेछ आउँदा राम्रो हुन्छ जाँदा पनि राम्रो होस्
कृषिलाई पनि महत्त्वपूर्ण रूपमा अगाडि लगेको र पुराना योजना पर्यटनको क्षेत्रमा सबै क्षेत्र समेटेको हुन समग्र रूपमा राम्रो भएको निष्कर्ष मैले मानेको छु
युवाहरूलाई रोजगार दिने अर्थात् अर्थतन्त्र सुधार गर्ने खालको आउँछ कि भन्ने अपेक्षा थियो त्यो पाइएन
कार्यक्रमहरू एकदम आकर्षण छन् हैन तर नीति राम्रो भए पनि नीति ल्याएको भए पनि त्यो अनुसारको बजेट चाहिँ छैन
घरेलु हिंसा पीडित अथवा हिंसा पीडित महिलाहरूको लागि चाहिँ पुनर्स्थापनाको लागि चाहिँ अझै अलिकति पहल गर्ने जसमा चाहिँ बजेटको समस्या देखिन्छ
सरकारले कार्यक्रम भन्दा पनि कार्यकर्ता पाल्ने हिसाबले चाहिँ बजेट छुट्याएको देखिन्छ
युवा लक्षित कार्यक्रमहरू अथवा नयाँ नवीनतम कार्यक्रमहरू चाहिँ देखिएको छैन
कुनै उत्पादनमुखी छैन रोजगारमुखी छैन
नीति तथा कार्यक्रममा एचआईभी संक्रमितको बारेमा समावेश भएन
Extreme negligence by the government has been witnessed in the distribution of medicines and vaccines. Vaccines worth more than 2.23 billion rupees have gone to waste as they expired. The ill trend of taking commissions in the procurement of medicines and equipment by the Ministry of Health has been ongoing for years. This is the reason why the medicines and vaccines purchased by the ministry, spending millions of rupees, has been going to waste as they have expired without being distributed. And an example of this is the vaccines for children worth more than 2.238 billion rupees going to waste as they have expired. The 61st report of the Auditor General states that out of the vaccines purchased and received through grants, 43.7% have gone to waste. Article 14 of the Immunization Act 2016 states that the storage, transportation, distribution and usage should be carried out effectively by following criteria. However, due to the government's negligence, more than 2.238 billion rupees worth of vaccines have gone to waste. The Auditor General has pointed out that the problem persists as the assessment of the need of vaccines and the management of their usage have not been effective. Experts opine that the ill intention of procuring more vaccines than needed could be another reason to the problem. Around 4.4 million dosage of vaccines of BCG, measles, polio, among others, have gone to waste. Likewise, it has been informed that 57 types of vaccines, in fact medicines, worth 65.2 million rupees purchased by the Department of Health Services and received through grants had expired. Out of this, 54.25 million rupees worth of medicines were procured by the department. Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. Why do you think medicines and vaccines are going to waste? The options are A, over procurement, B, procurement of medicines nearing expiry, and C, sluggish distribution. Voting is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for international update. The final results of the 18th lower house Lok Sabha elections in India have been announced. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party has lost a single majority in the elections for 543 seats. However, the Modi-led National Democratic Alliance NDA has won the majority. In this election, Prime Minister Modi-led NDA has won 295 seats, while Rahul Gandhi-led India Alliance has won 231 seats, while other parties have won 17 seats. 272 seats are required to form the government in the 543-member Lok Sabha, and the NDA has won them. BJP, which won 303 seats alone in 2019, has shrunk to 240 this time, while Congress has won 99 seats. It is being analyzed that Bihar, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal did not support the BJP. BJP now has to bring together its coalition parties to form the government. Modi will have to rely on Nitish Kumar's Janata Dal United and Chandrababu Naidu's Telugu Desam party to form a new government. Those two parties have 14 and 16 seats respectively. The opposition alliances are set to hold discussions with these two parties belonging to the NDA today. Prime Minister Modi says that his party will form the government, while the opposition alliance is also trying to get a majority. Hamas official Osama Hamdan said that the group could not agree to a deal that does not secure a clear Israeli position on a permanent ceasefire and complete withdrawal from Gaza. He told in a press conference in Beirut that this was not consistent with the position that US President Biden spoke about in his speech regarding a permanent ceasefire and comprehensive withdrawal. Earlier, President Biden said in an interview that Israeli leader Benjamin Netanyahu may be stalling on ending the war in Gaza for political reasons. The comments were made a few days before Biden detailed a proposal for a ceasefire in Gaza, and as the Israeli Prime Minister struggles with deep political divisions at home. Biden, who has been pushing for an end to the nearly 8-month war, also said it was uncertain whether Israeli forces have committed war crimes in Gaza. Last month, the International Criminal Court's prosecutor in The Hague requested arrest warrants for Netanyahu and his defense chief, as well as 3 Hamas leaders, over alleged war crimes. The Slovenian parliament voted to approve the proposal of recognizing the statehood of Palestine, a move the legislative body said would hopefully help stop the violence in Gaza. 52 parliamentary members out of 90 seats voted for the recognition, making Slovenia currently a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council, the 4th European country after Spain, Norway and Ireland in recent weeks to make the decision. Norway, Ireland and Spain made a coordinated announcement on 22nd of May last month, declaring their recognition of Palestine as a state effectively as of 28th of May. Over 20 UN experts and special rapporteurs last Monday called for all countries to recognize a Palestinian state. Over 140 countries have already recognized a Palestinian state so far, representing more than 2/3 of the United Nations membership. Time now for sports update.
Sports news.
Nepal suffered a 6-wicket loss to Netherlands in their first match of the T20 World Cup 2024. In the Group D match played at the Grand Prairie Stadium in Dallas, Texas, that started a little late due to rain last night, Nepal were put to bat first and were bowled out in 19.2 overs after posting a below-par total of 106 runs. Nepal had a bad start as they were 2 wickets down when 15 runs were on the board in 3.1 overs. Asif Sheikh was first to depart after scoring 4 runs and Kushal Bhutel was out, scoring 7 runs. Nepal kept losing wickets at regular intervals and were finally bowled out for 106 runs. Skipper Rohit Paudel was the leading scorer for Nepal with 35 runs of 37 balls. Karan Casey also contributed 17 runs of 12 balls. Gulshan Jha scored 14 runs and Anil Shah added 11 runs. All the other Nepali batters failed to reach double figures. Tim Pringle and Logan van Beek were the pick of the Dutch bowlers, grabbing 3 wickets. Chasing a victory target of 107 runs, Netherlands romped home, scoring 109 runs for the loss of 4 wickets with 8 balls to spare. Opener Max O'Dowd guided Netherlands to victory with an unbeaten 54 of 48 balls, hitting 1 6 and 4 fours. Vikramjeet Singh also contributed 22 runs, Sybrand Engelbrecht added 14 and Basti Lead remained not out on 11. Sompal Kami, Dipendra Singh Airi and Avinash Bohra all claimed a wicket apiece for Nepal. Nepal will next face Sri Lanka in their next Group D match next Wednesday. Meanwhile, in a Group B match played last night, England and Scotland shared a point each after the match was abandoned due to rain. India and Ireland will face each other tonight in their first match of the T20 World Cup 2024. The match at the Nassau County International Cricket Stadium in New York is scheduled to kick off at 8:15 p.m. Nepal time. Indian players will be aiming to kick on after their respective IPL campaigns and gel as a team to help the side put on a better showing in this T20 World Cup compared to the last one. Meanwhile, Ireland have played some incredible cricket in the past few years and they were able to pull off a big win against Pakistan in a recently concluded series before the start of the T20 World Cup. In their last 5 games, Ireland had won 3 games and lost 2. Meanwhile, in their last 4 games, India had won 3 games and lost 1. Ireland have lost all 7 of the encounters between these 2 teams. Ireland has a poor track record compared to India. Following the pitch fracas of last Tuesday's match between South Africa and Sri Lanka, unpredictability has swiftly become the defining element of the matches of this World Cup, at least the ones of the New York leg. Sri Lanka were bowled out for a paltry score of 77 runs in New York. While on paper, Ireland are not an opposition that can give sleepless nights to India, but the uncertainty of the pitch conditions has added a new dimension to the contest. Carlos Alcaraz of Spain halted a mid-match fight back by 9th seed Stefanos Tsitsipas of Greece to secure a 6-3, 7-6, 6-4 win and set up a blockbuster French Open semi-final with incoming world number 1 Yannick Sinner of Italy. Back before drawing level, but Alcaraz raised his game in the tie break to double his advantage. A frustrated Tsitsipas repeatedly complained about Alcaraz's delayed runs and nearly struck him with an overhead smash in a feisty third set, but his Spanish opponent ran away with the match to reach his Roland Garros second semi-final. Before wrapping up, here's a look at the top stories once again. World Environment Day being celebrated in Nepal today by organizing various programs with the slogan "Our Land, Our Future." Tree plantation and awareness programs being conducted across the nation. Deliberations on the budget to conclude at the Federal Parliament today. Finance Minister Pun to furnish answers to the queries regarding the budget. 3 bills related to the budget also to be presented. Final results of the Lok Sabha elections in India announced. Prime Minister Modi-led National Democratic Alliance wins majority with 295 seats. Opposition India Alliance secures 231. And India and Ireland to face each other tonight in their first match of the T20 World Cup 2024. Match in New York scheduled to kick off at 8:15 p.m. Nepal time. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.